CNT125. We're working on our wireless network lab. We just got done configuring the wireless controller and checking that the lightweight access points are communicating with the controller, getting an IP, and actually managing this guest network, and it is. So we're now going to connect up a couple wireless devices to our guest network, get them functioning and communicating in the network, and talking to the ISP. So we'll start with our smartphone up here. For this one, we're going to configure the wireless port on it to be part of the guest network. So we'll go to the config tab. We'll go to the wireless interface here. We're going to indicate the SSID as guest because we're going to connect to this guest network. The authentication we'll use is the WPA2 pre-shared key right there. The passphrase for this one is guest123. We're going to verify down here that it's using DHCP, which it is. So that should be enough for it now to start connecting to the network. We'll go to the desktop, and I'm just going to verify over here that we are using DHCP. I might want to cycle this off to static and back to DHCP, so it hopefully starts to connect to the network. And I'm just going to minimize this a second because what I want to see is it actually talking to the lightweight access point and then picking up an IP, which it is. So this should now be connected to my network. And oops, let me get my lab back here. Here we are. This should now be talking to my network, which it is. So we're going to verify its connectivity. So I'm going to hold my pointer over the smartphone here, check its IP, 96.13, under the wireless port. Gateway 96.1. If I go down below there, I see a 300 megabit data rate and a signal strength of about 87%. So this is connected to my network. Let's check the command prompt on this, and we're going to check connectivity over to the ISP. So we'll run an IP config on this guy. We are getting under the wireless network right here the valid IPs that we need. So 192.168. 96.1 for the gateway, and we're communicating with the 96.1 subinterface for the wireless VLAN on the wireless subnet. That is all making perfect sense. I should be able to ping the web server over there, which I am, so therefore I should be able to open my command prompt, or excuse my browser, and browse to I should be able to browse to the website over there. It's saying hostname unresolved. I wonder if, let's check. Are we getting DNS? We are. We're getting DNS 10.10.10.2. There we go. 10.10.10.2. Okay. All right. Let's try that again. There we go. Looks like it might have not had the full config yet, so I just kind of made sure it had it. And now we're able to communicate with our web server there. Excellent. So that is full connectivity for our smartphone. We're going to do the same thing on the other devices. Let's do the tablet PC. Open this guy, config, wireless 0 port, guest network, WPA2 pre-shared key, guest 123. Make sure I'm down here under DHCP. Okay, I will go back to desktop IP config. Let's turn it static and go dynamic. Make sure we're picking everything up. Looks like we are. That's good, 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 good. Let's go out here. We're going to check that it is communicating or connecting. And it is. There we go. So let's check this guy. 192.168.96.14. There's our wireless signal, gateway, the whole 9 yards. So let's go to our command prompt. IP config. And under the wireless interface, it looks like we're getting it all. Let's ping the gateway, 192.168.96.1. We're getting that, and let's try to ping our web server 10.10.10.3, which I'm able to get. Excellent. So then we'll try a browser up here. www.cnt.org. Yeah, and if we're getting an unresolved, let's go in here to the IP config, and let's just do DHCP. Make sure we're getting one. Good, it is. It's picking that up. Now let's try our website again. There we go. Now we're getting the website. Looking good. This device here is now connected to our network. Last thing we're going to do is I'm going to have you add a laptop, and let's get it configured to the network. So come down here to your devices. Let's pick up a laptop. I can just put it down here for now. Let's click on this. We're going to power it off right away. We're going to pull out the wired NIC. Let's grab a wireless NIC up here and drop it in. Turn this thing back on. And now for this, we are going to go in and create a wireless profile so it connects to our network. So I will go to my desktop. I'm going to use the PC wireless utility here. And I need to be a little bit persistent on this one. We'll go to, you'll see connect, there's nothing there. Profiles, we need to create a new profile. So we can do new, and we'll call it guest because we're going to connect to the guest network. We're going to say OK. Let's go to advanced setup. Infrastructure mode, guest network name, or wireless network name guest. There we go. We're going to say next. Obtain IP address automatically. Yes. Next. Security, we're going to do WPA2 personal. We'll say next. What's the pre-shared key? Guest 123, just as we created. I think I have right there for you right there. So we'll say next. We'll do save. And then we'll go back to our profile screen, and we're going to try to use that. So let's go to profile screen. We're going to say guest, and let's try to connect with that. Let's see if we get anywhere. If we do not, we'll be persistent, but I do get an adapter is active here. So I'll go out here, and it looks like it's connected. It looks like it's, actually looks like it's connected there. So we should be off to a good start. If not, redo that process. One of the times I was doing it, I had to go back through and very carefully kind of reselect everything. Let's go out here to our desktop. I'll close that utility out. Go to ipconfig DHCP. It looks like I'm pulling up everything I need to. So I'll open up my command prompt. Actually, I'll do this. Let's go back here. There's our laptop connecting. It's getting an IP. It's connecting to wireless. Excellent. We'll pull up a command prompt, ipconfig. Here is my IP gateway. So let's ping the 192.168.96.1. There we go. And let's try to ping our web server. And we're able to get the web server. So I'm now going to open up my browser up here. And let's try to load that. Oh my goodness. If I help plug in the right name, that might help. There we go. And there's my web server. So we now have these two devices connected, and we added a laptop plus a wireless NIC and got it connected to our guest network here. So all of my devices are connected to my wireless network. The only thing left to do is gather my configs for submission to D2L. So let's do that. Again, I'm just doing a quick save up here so I haven't lost any progress. I'm going to gather my switch config. So I'll go into my switch, enable, show run. I'm going to highlight all of this, everything from the show run down. Let's highlight all that. We're going to do a copy. I'm going to open up a notepad file. I'll make it plain text, and I'm going to paste in and do a save. And I think I'm just calling this wireless LAN switch config or something like that. CFG, that'll work. There's my switch config. Let's do the router now. That's the next thing on our list. Enable, show run, tab, 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 tab. Scroll up. I'm going to highlight all of this. There's a lot of config this time. So I'll highlight all that stuff. I'll do a copy. Open my text file here. Make plain text. Paste that in. Make sure I have it all. There's my DHCP pools. There's my sub interfaces. There's my NAT. Ooh, it looks like I got it in there twice for some reason. That's all right. There's my show run. There's my DHCP pools. There's my sub interfaces. There's my NAT. There we go. That'll work. So we'll save that guy. Wireless LAN, router, CFG. So there's my router config. Okay. Now we want the wireless controller. We're going to browse into him again real quick. So we'll open up. Oh, I need the web browser. There we go. https://192.168.96.2. Log in. We're going to do admin and password 123. Let this page come up. It's working on it. I see it blinking away over there. It's working on it. And what I want you to do is, this is, again, one of the few times I don't have an easy way to export this. So I'm just going to have you take a screenshot of the wireless tab. So we're going to open up the wireless tab here. I'll make him a little bit larger. And what I want to see is your access points connected to this wireless controller. So I'm just going to get a screenshot of this whole area. That way I can see you're into your wireless controller, and then it's, your access points are connected to and configured. So for me, I'm going to do a Command-Shift-4, so I have a little crosshairs, and I'm just going to drag this area and create a screenshot, and that created a screenshot on my desktop. I can close this because I don't need that open anymore. I'll go to my desktop real quick, and I'm just going to rename that. Here's my screenshot there. I'll rename this Wireless LAN Lab Controller, and I'll leave it as a PNG. I can do PNG or JPEG. Either one will work fine. But there is my image of my wireless controller configuration. All right, so there's that. And now I need the laptop, smartphone, and tablet PC showing me that they are connected. And what I'm going to do is do an ipconfig all, and then a trace to the web server. So let's go to the laptop first. Command prompt, we're going to do ipconfig/all. Oh my goodness, there we go. Helps if I type the right command. There we go. Because what I want to see is this right here. I want to see this wireless config connection. Wireless configuration, and then we're going to do a trace route over to www.cnt.org, and that tells me your connectivity, NAT, all that jazz is working for this wireless network. So I'm just going to copy all of this down so I can see this wireless config and then your trace. So I'll do a copy. I'll open up a notepad file. I will do a paste, and I'll save that as my wireless LAN laptop.txt. And I'm going to repeat that literally for my smartphone and my tablet. Smartphone, command prompt, ipconfig/all, trace route www.cnt.org. And again, I'm looking for that full path. I want to see this wireless configuration and the full path. Copy. Open up a text file. Format, make plain text. Paste. Save. And this will be wireless LAN smartphone. And then I'm going to do the last thing here, our tablet PC. I'm going to do exactly the same process. ipconfig/all. Oops, ipconfig/all, trace route www.cnt.org, and I'm going to copy all of that as well, and that will be my proof. Format, make plain text, save, wireless LAN tablet. And I will just take all those files, make sure they get submitted to D2L. I do have a couple quick questions here on the lab on NAT, DHCP, what type of wireless LAN, and and basically looking up these pieces of equipment in real life. And I gave you some hints to do that. Save that in a text file and submit it along with your other files, and you'll be set for your wireless LAN lab.